Hello, and welcome to part 2 of 20 lessons learned too late in life. If you haven't seen part 1 of this life theory episode, we suggest that you start from there, as the parts are somewhat connected. We already talked about 10 of the life lessons people learn too late or even never. Now, let's finish it off with the final 10. Number 11. Choosing the wrong city or country to live in. We are starting this episode with what is probably one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your lifetime. And that is where you are going to live your life. Chose this wrong, and almost everything else is doomed before it is given a chance to bloom. This is a very, very big topic, and we will make a video about it in the future, as we promised in one of our first episodes of Life Theory. But for now, we can scratch the surface just to give you an idea of how essential that decision will be. It all starts with you. Do you want to live by the seacoast? Are you more of a mountain person? A big city or a small town? Expensive, beautiful country and city, or a more affordable developing place? Are you an artistic person who wants to meet more artistic people? Then San Francisco will be better than Nebraska. France will be better than Hungary. It took us 29 years to understand the importance of our living place. We had never even given that a thought before. If you have never moved outside your small town to a big city or from one country to another, you have missed big time what the world has to offer. The person you are supposed to meet might be waiting for you to take the step and move for a better life experience. Long gone are the days when you were born, and you lived in the same place until you died. The world is big, and salvation is waiting for you at every corner. From better job offers, to better infrastructure, to more educated surroundings, up to the most significant live music events. Just imagine that with a single flight you can live almost anywhere you want in the world. It is scary, it is exciting, but this is life. Don't be the apple that falls next to the tree. Your entire world will change once you leave the safety of the familiar home. That is how we evolved to be the greatest species ever to live on this planet. By constantly exploring new horizons and new visions of life. One of the most essential things in life are freedom and health. But put those aside, and the most important decision you will ever make is where you will be living. So many people regret not leaving their family lands and chasing their dreams. So many people regret not changing cities or even countries while they had the chance. This is your time. This is your life theory. Don't get to 80 years old, full with regret. Get to be 80 and smile while you turn back the memory pages in your life. Number 12. Not sacrificing today for future benefits. One of the things most people regret when it is too late is their wasted time on instant, short-term pleasure instead of being smarter with their time. No one remembers the time when they sat on the couch and watched the news, or a stupid money game show. No one remembers or glorifies the late drunken nights. People regret not being more thoughtful with their time. It looks easy and desirable to go out with friends in the park every day instead of studying or working 2 hours on a side hustle. And it is. But, look around now. Was it worth the short-term pleasure? We build a life that is easy to live when we sacrifice some of today in order to have better tomorrow. Do this for 10 years, and you will have a more beautiful and easy life until you die. And this doesn't have to be about work. It could be time dedicated to your mental or physical health. The things we say no to in the short term are the foundations of a better tomorrow. But you have to actually build something on top of that, otherwise, you are losing both today and tomorrow. Number 13. Your dreams don't matter to anyone but yourself. Here is a concept that most people never even learn. We call those people keeping up with the Joneses. If you have a smaller Christmas tree than your neighbor, or no Christmas tree at all, no one cares. Except you. This is also legit for cars, smartphones, clothes, vacations, and pretty much anything you see on Instagram these days. No one cares if you are a doctor and want to become a comedian, or if you work in a warehouse and want to become an engineer. The elderly today are full of regret for living by the norms of society and social pressure. People give up on their dreams so that others won't think of them as failures if they fail. Do you know how absurd this even sounds? Do we think today Edison is a failure in inventing the light bulb? We sure as hell don't think so. Did people back then laugh at his failures? Most likely. But he kept on going because it was his work, his dream, to invent the light bulb. Your dreams are for you, and you only. No one will ever live in your shoes, so tap with them, and chase your dreams. And don't give up on your dreams, or your dreams will give up on you. Number 14. Success. It is all relative. Albert Einstein might have implied it for something else, but let's face it. In the great theme of things, success is all relative. Who do you think is the most successful? The banker in the 60s, who worked his entire life behind a desk, never exploring, or the person who also lived in the 60s as a travel guide and exploring the world? It is all relative. Success, by definition, is the accomplishment of an aim, or purpose. This definition needs defining on its own. Only you can know what success means for you. For you, that might be working 9 to 5, at a very high-paid job. For another, it will be working from home 4 days a week regardless of the paycheck. People have different visions in life. In the past, people didn't have a growth mindset, and success was tied only to money. This is why there are so many people full of regret today on their dying beds. Don't repeat the same mistakes as the generation before you. We are going to end this one with a quote. I can't give you a formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time. Herbert Bayard Swope. Number 15. Fear of embarrassment or criticism. We will keep this one very short, as we already kind of touched on it. The person who shows up has already got to the 80% of the hard work. If you show up, you will make mistakes and get criticized. If you don't show, you will be criticized. Embarrassment is you imagining something that most likely will never happen. And as far as criticism goes, if you don't get it, it means you never stood up for something that you value. But if you want to be at the end of your life with no one to criticize you, all you have to do is say nothing, do nothing, be nothing. Now, stop imagining your end game, and stand up for something you believe in. Number 6. Happiness is a choice. Okay. This is where we might get a lot of backlashes, but it is the truth. You can choose to be happy. But, life theory, there is all kinds of shit going around the world. How can I choose to be happy when there are wars, earthquakes, and terrorism? We know what is going on around the globe. We read the news as well, and it is horrible what is going on out there, but it has been going on for millennia now. There is no benefit for us or the world if we are always getting angry about things we can't control. There is always going to be good and evil. But after a lot of negative emotions, we learned the hard way. We can choose to be happy and thrive in hard times. As Tony Robbins loves to put it. If you thrive in the winter, just wait to see how strong you will be when spring comes. And spring is always coming. It is not easy to start being happy after seeing one video. It is a lot of hard work and dedication. But you have to be relentless about it. It is your job to be happy. It's not your spouse's job. It's not your family's job, it's not your friend's job, and definitely, it is not the world's job to make you happy. We know that a lot of people will get angry about this point, but time will pass. Months, even years, and they will come to the realization that happiness was all along in their own hands. We just wish you won't be 70 when you finally find the truth. We know we were a little harsh with this one, but the truth is inconvenient most of the time. Now, let's go to something a bit easier to digest. Number 17. Nothing is permanent. Now is when you are alive. Or, to put it in another way, everything is temporary. This can be so relieving or so hard to cope with. But if you are scared of embarrassment, if you try and fail, it will all be forgotten. Your clothes, your books, your work, your pets, your friends and partners. They are all temporary. The sooner people realize that, the sooner the soul will feel free to explore and try new things. None of us are getting out of here alive, no matter how much we wish for immortality. And even people like Dr. David Sinclair, who have found a way to reverse age, would still need 100 years of our monkey brain to evolve to the stage when our programming for longevity would change. So, the next time you make a mistake, do something stupid. Remember that no one cares, and if they do, no one will be left alive for you even to care. Enjoy the good moments, sink in the sun, feel the breeze in your hair. Walk barefoot, and enjoy the time with your loved ones, as those moments are also not permanent, and nothing lasts forever. Number 18. The world is big, and salvation lurks from everywhere. We have mentioned that sentence couple of times already, but we did so because it is the truth. There is an amazing movie by the same name and a fantastic soundtrack to it. The world is bigger than you think. Suppose you see no future in your country. Move. Your art might not be accepted where you live, but it might be in San Francisco. Your job might be paying you $10,000 per year, but the same thing might pay you $50,000 per year in another country. Move. Your family house might be saving you rent money, but you are stuck in a dead-end job. Rent the house to someone, and move. Do you know that if you work for 12 months in the Netherlands, for example, and you are living below your means, after 1 year, you will have enough money to travel the world? Or to live for 5 years in a developing country? The horizon is so much bigger than the comfort of where you are now. As we mentioned in our previous point, nothing is permanent, and everything is temporary. You are already naked in this world. Enjoy it. You got nothing to lose. There are so many people thinking that Nebraska is the only place they need to be in. And so many people think that the United States is the only developed nation, or that Europe is a country. They have no idea that it is a continent full of more than 40 countries, all with different spirits, cultures, histories, and architecture. Number 19. Things don't matter as much as you think. After the Second World War, the entire world started to rebuild itself. America was among the winners and had no land damages, so they did the only thing naturally. They started to build things to sell to people. The entire world followed soon after. Forward to 2022, and the world is full of stuff. Look at your phone. We bet it is no older than 2 years. Now take a look around you, assuming you are watching this video at your home. How many useless things do you have? The clothes, the shoes, the jewelry, the kitchen supplies, the 2 or 3 mouses for the laptop. And you get the idea. Things bring happiness for a day and drain your hard-earned money, also known as your time on this planet. The moment you spend money on something that has no value, you have thrown away hours of your life, and have bided to throw away more hours, to get to where you were a couple of minutes ago. This is insane. Just try this for a change. Buy things that are only essential and things that will help you to do your work faster, better, and more efficient. Everything else are things that won't matter, only a couple of days after you bought them. Number 20. A lifetime is very short, and you played it too safe. This video is about what people learned too late. We left the cherry for the end. When asked about life advice, elderly people seem to have one thing that is very common in the answers. And it all boils down to this: life passes faster than you expect. When in our 20s, we all think that we have the entire time to ourselves. The average life expectancy is around 80 years old, but this is if you are lucky. A lot of people die at about 70 years old. If you are 20, you might have 50 years left, or if you are 30, you only have 40 more years on this planet. If we add the time spent on work and sleep, we are down to 20 years. Add all the small tasks like brushing your teeth, eating, watching TikTok videos, putting on makeup, and so on. The conclusion is that life is indeed short. So, take more risks, don't always play it too safe, and change your mindset to enjoy every moment. Thank you for spending your time with us. We hope these two-part videos were a good investment for future time optimizations. If you think there was something useful, please like and subscribe. It will help us a lot in the limited time we are going to have on YouTube. And for staying with us for so long, we have a small bonus for you. Number 21. Adopt a growth mindset. What is a growth mindset? A growth mindset is the ability to know that you can learn and improve anything. Anything. Just by dedication and hard work, you can teach your brain to see the solution to every problem, and not the reverse. Adopting a growth mindset is the single most important thing one must do if one wants to succeed in life. There is an amazing channel we are subscribed to. We strongly recommend to all of you to go there even if you already have developed a growth mindset. The channel is by the name of the person who is doing an amazing job of explaining, and by real-life examples show the results of the adoption of a growth mind. He is called Tom Bilyeu, and his show Impact Theory will change your life forever. This is one thing you won't regret in life. We have been loyal subscribers since 2017. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, keep on rising.